hear how God is at work in this family's lives. Come on, and their shoe game is so fresh. All right, come on, give it up for Anissa and Dante. You ready, sis? Thank you for being here. Thank you for encouraging us tonight. We're grateful to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. This is kind of freestyle. Just supposed to come up here, though, but the guys asked us to get on stage to share which we know to me. This is the whole purpose of everything. My name is Nisa. This is my son Deontay. This is my son Dante. These two guys were sitting where y'all were sitting 10 years ago. And I want to give you a little history. We are from Baltimore City. We are from the streets of Baltimore City. We were born in Charter Hill Public Housing. When I was a young girl, had a rough childhood. I've been molested by a family member. I've been raped, and I was so full of anger and rage. So around the age of 18, I began to want a baby to love, just to love, because all the other loves that I thought I saw wasn't safe. So at that point, I had Dante. The next year, I had Deontay. So when you come from the streets of Baltimore, you know how hard we are. On top of that, I worked at the men's penitentiary as a correctional officer, so it's even more hard. Hard hearts, real hard hearts. But when Dante and Deontay came here 10 years ago, they weren't saved. I wasn't saved. We grew up in some Christian family, but we didn't practice the word. We didn't fulfill it. Well, when Dante and Dee came here, as they did for usher you guys to come on down and get prayed over, well, the Spirit moved Dante to come, and then it moved Deontay. So they came, and they came home and they said, Mom, we got saved. And I was so happy. I was like, what? And they told me everything, and I was so surprised that he came first because he was a child. He was very shy. He stayed to himself. This one was the outgoing kid that when all the girls love him, all the guys want to be his friend, And so, but what we didn't know.
Come on.
What we didn't know was God was preparing us for what the next year would hit hard. They attended Edgewood High School. They were both football players. He was very passionate. He had scouts coming to see him. He slept, ate, whatever football. Well, during the scrimmage this summer of 2010, and so he got hit. So he was trying to hide the pain. He wouldn't tell me because he loved football so much. He was the captain of the team, varsity team, that he wouldn't tell me. Well, I started noticing, as the days passed, I'm like, something is wrong. Well, when the fourth day came and he came to me and said, Mom, I can't go to practice. I'm hurting real bad. I knew something was wrong. So I took him to the doctors. He had a gray shirt just like this. When we got to the doctors, it was this color. But when we left the doctor, it was soaking wet. And all he was doing was sitting there getting examined. So I knew something wasn't right. But they kept telling me, he has to go see another doctor in 2 days. Well, from that time point, Dante went home that evening, and Dante got very weak. He started vomiting. His whole look just changed. Like he went from a normal child to looking like he was born handicapped. And I called the doctors, and he said, "You can't do nothing. This is a football sting. You have to go see a doctor for it, right?" So when we go into the doctor's office 2 days later, Dante, as soon as the doctor come in the office, he says, "Oh no, you need to go call whoever you need to call because your son is crossing over." I said, "What do you mean?" I'm thinking this is a football sting. He said, "No." He said, "Your son is about to go." So we rushed down shock trauma, and at 2 times, and I don't even know how I knew this because I wasn't heavy into the word yet. I just started going to church because I wanted to change. I was tired of fighting. I was tired of arguing, and my whole household showing my sons the dysfunction that I grew up with. I was pushing it down to them. So I just was tired, but I wasn't saved yet. And so the doctor told me, they said, you need to get back down here. I had to go home and try to send him to school, and the doctor said, no, you need to get back down here and come say goodbye to your son. And I'm just thinking, this is a football thing. So it was long, and so we was in the hospital, which was for maybe 2 months. And they told me, they said, all they kept saying is, you need to go home and prepare for your son's funeral. He is not going to make it. They would pull my family members up. They said, women like her that don't believe it, they be devastated. They break down and leave. They go in homes. And you know why I wouldn't believe it? Because the first day when they told me to come back down there to say goodbye to him, I went in the chapel, and it was like 50 family members down there. And they said, do you want us to come? I said, no, this is between me and God. I said, only me and God. I went in that chapel, I dropped on my knees, but I didn't beg for Dante's life, because I had just started going to church maybe 2 months before, and I knew that you was not supposed to put nothing and nobody before God. And even with my son on the deathbed, you know what I said to him? I said, God, I love you more than anything, even my firstborn son. I said, I would like for him to stay here and spend more time with me, but if you take him, I'm still going to worship and honor you. And I cannot tell y'all to this day, from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, I felt this warm sensation. And God told me he was going to be here. I just had to be patient. But I promise you, and I want y'all to even use these 3 words in your lives. These 3 words brought with me 9 years later. He said to me, don't be fooled by what you see. And I said, what? Because you know, this was new to me. Well, I've seen him flatline, stop breathing, but I had to keep praying that I know God told me that he was going to be healed, and I just had to. So Dante was paralyzed. He lost his sight because of this, but God told me in another talk, he will see again, Nisa. You just have to be patient. Well, we went to all the best doctors that you could think of. Oh, we're going to go see, and everybody told us, say, no, Nisa. But God, let me tell you, we never gave up hope. Just 2 weeks ago, Dante, I go to this PRP program, right? He says, Ma, he calling me screaming. I'm thinking somebody is bothering him. I'm like, what is going on? He says, Ma, I can see. Broken-hearted. But God has changed my life. I was not this person that you see in front of you right now. We grew up in the projects. We all shared the bedroom. Not materialistic, has nothing to do with anything, but I'm just trying to tell you what God can do. And I promise you, y'all, when you just keep God above anything that you do, there are things now, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it has gotten easy. Anything I do, I go talk to God. Like I said, God, what do you want me to say to the people in front of him? And he always said this one word to me. He says, love. He wants y'all to know how much he loves y'all. And I know when you home in your bedroom and you're mad at your parents and you think that they're not listening or understand, or maybe God has forgotten about you. He has not forgotten about you. So as a woman up here, please, if anybody hasn't gotten saved yet, can you please not leave this room because Don T.A. got saved at the FCA camp the year before this happened. And I tell you before my heart, I don't think that our story would be this way if Don T.A. didn't get saved when he came here. So please, if you want to talk to me, I'll wait for you. You know, just don't leave here. The FCA camp, you know why we're here 9 years later? They came and found Don T.A. They came, so they're just not a camp, they're just gonna leave you hanging, high, dried up, and wild, and that's it. They came and found Don T.A. And now we are part of the FCA family. And when the chance get up, we just come out the street. There is a video on YouTube if you want to hear more, because when he died, he had a conversation with God. And let me tell y'all, when the pastor took us home to her home 2 months later, she showed us where Don T.A. was saying, where he as he was describing his situation with God up there, his experience, she was going in the Bible, pointing to everything that he was saying. See, I didn't know that because I didn't read the Bible. So that's when I realized, like, Don T.A., you was really up there with God, right? So now he sent him back so that we can save souls. So I just want to tell you guys, please, if no one is saved, please don't leave out those back doors like that. Because what if Don T.A. would have left out there? We didn't know what was coming the next summer. So I want to tell each and every one of you, I love you. God loves you even more. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, everybody.